Okay, another unboxing video today. It's the AutoArt Mercedes Benz 190E Evo II street car. This is the homologation special of the racing version, and it is in metallic black. Okay, good sized box, and once again breaking out the knife to cut open the tape seams. Really bad habit using a knife, but I like knives. And you got the lid open, and what do we have? Styrofoam peanuts. My favorite packing material. Very messy, but very useful in terms of protecting your product. And just going to scoop some of these out here and put them in a empty box I have nearby so that they don't get all over the bedroom. And that's really the big problem. Now these are the biodegradable, I think they're made out of cornstarch. And mixed bag with those, because if they get wet they melt, which is good for disposal, but bad if you have sweaty palms because the starch will start to rub off on your hands and get a little messy. So usually when I'm handling these, I like to use a tool and only remove them by hand if absolutely necessary. Okay, and this is another one that's packed in its original box, which is always a plus. Nothing makes me happier than to have one of these models arrive still in its original packaging, both from a value point of view and from a product protection point of view. And there we can see one of the reels as I get the last little bit of peanuts off the top here. And see if we can't wiggle it up out of the box. And she's free! Box goes away, and now we have a lovely Mercedes Benz model. Wrapped in bubble wrap. A little layer of thin bubble wrap like this isn't too bad. It's just basically just something to keep the peanuts from getting in the box, particularly if you have one of the boxes that has the cellophane windows on it. But this being a solid box, it's a redundant layer of protection, but I'm not going to complain. There's nothing worse than cracking one of these things open and find a broke model inside. And one of these days I'm going to invest in a good overhead camera so you can see this from the bird's eye view rather than me constantly having to adjust because I'm getting on the edge of the view of the camera. I will admit that I enjoy these unboxings way too much. There's nothing better than coming home and finding a model on my porch. First of all, I'm happy that it's still on my porch when I get home from work. Sometimes I have them held, or if they're smaller boxes, they can go in the parcel locker, but these ones that are really well packed have to go on the porch, and that makes me a little nervous. Never had anything get missing, but why risk it? Alright, there we go. This one, again, the color's pretty good. There's a little bit of shelf damage to the box, but it hasn't yellowed appreciably. It hadn't faded a lot. Looks like it was well cared for. And now we're going to crack it open. Honestly, one of my biggest fears is tearing the box flap while trying to get the box open. And I don't think that would hurt the value a lot, but it's just it's a pride thing. I like to get the box open without doing any damage. And here's one, as you can see. It's been opened and it has not been retaped, which is fine. I don't mind that. And another one where they taped the car down so it wouldn't rattle around, but they did have the forethought to put paper towels between the masking tape and the paint surface of the car. Once again, good packing. So you have the car in its original styrofoam cradle, taped down, with the paint surface protected from the adhesive. A little bit of tissue wadding in there to keep it from bouncing around. The styrofoam shell was not taped together. However, since it was in its original box, there was no room for it to move around. I'll pop this out of here and take a look. And we've got a beautiful Mercedes here. Front and rear doors open. Hood opens. Trunk opens. Working steering. I don't think I can get the trunk open here. I think the wires that hold it shut are still in there. And I didn't see any reason to disconnect them. You can see me a little frustrated, like, why won't the trunk open? But I confirmed that there are twist wires holding the trunk shut, so no problems there. And another really good looking model. We're going to zoom in a little close here, take a good look. Pardon all the shaky cam. Need to get a sturdier tripod. And there's a beautiful Mercedes Benz racing sedan. Thank you for joining me. See you soon.